All right, looks like we're live, guys. Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel, guys. Glad you made it by for the live stream. Lots of action on Bitcoin this week, so I just thought I'd get the information out to you live, as I don't have a lot of time for videos during the day. I'm working a lot, and get home in the evenings, checking the charts, updating the updating the Telegram group, and give them first priority with my time, and then if I have a chance, try to go live with you guys if I can to help along the way. So, welcome to the channel. We're going to break down this move and see if we can figure out what's happening next and what's happening. We did get the move to the downside, so that's good because it's lower prices, obviously, but yeah, the charts turned bearish last night after the live stream. I was warning about potential bull just to be on the caution, but could go down. I didn't know which way it was going to go. Had reasons for both up and down yesterday. But that being said, we went down, and we've been calling for these targets. These targets are finally being hit, guys, and and so let's see what's going on. So I've been calling for this for quite a while now, and hope you guys recognize that. I hope you guys recognize that. Sometimes you make calls and people like, they just kind of go with it. All right, we're going to jump in here. Looks like about 20 of you here, so let's jump in and see what we can see. I'll do some analysis for you, and we'll go from there. Don't forget, none of this is financial advice. All right, the way I'm looking at the market right now, guys, still looking at hidden bullish divergence on the 4-hour chart, guys. We got RSI making lower lows, while price action is making higher lows. Now, there's a problem with that, and let me tell you what the problem is. Well, I say there's a problem. That divergence could be wiped out with a very strong move. Okay, so a very strong move to the downside to take out the last low around $10,500, guys. Would wipe out that divergence. So we got to be watching out for that. But that being said, let's look and see if there's any kind of bullish action coming our way. Okay, because that's ultimately what we're looking at. We're looking at is there bullish action? Is there bullish tendencies? Well, right now we've already hit the target, guys, but we're not getting the kind of bullish action I'd like to see quite yet off of a bottom, off of a reaction. So let's talk about that. Let me zoom in here on the 30-minute time frame. There we go. Excuse me, I'm ignoring the chat here, guys, just to kind of get the TA out quickly, okay? All right, so I don't want to remove my whole count. There we go. So the move I've been waiting for and calling for potentially is that we have a 3-wave move right here, and we could be done, could be close to done, could have another push to the downside, not sure. And guys, to be honest with you, this could continue down. All right, so we got to be mindful of that. This structure right here is not a typical impulse wave. I don't like it for a lot of reasons, so I want to warn you about it. But I'm still looking to trade it to the upside personally, because there's a lot of risk, a little low risk, high reward in this section of the chart. So we'll talk about that, okay? So that being said, let's measure this first wave and then extend off of this wave here. And we have come down to the 786, and that's where we're playing right now. We're playing around the 786. We wicked between the 786 and the 1-to-1 extension. I was ready, and I actually did at the very bottom, or close to the very bottom, in XRP in particular. I made a long play right down here at this low. I was one wave off of my bottom, so my entry was actually right there at the bottom of that wick. I was one push off from the bottom. Not too shabby there. I don't mind that kind of a risk, especially as we most likely get a pump. If it comes down, makes another low, then we cut the trade, and it's a very low risk entry. So I like that probability. So, but anyway, once Bitcoin kind of hit the 786, that's when I went long, because I was expecting, because Bitcoin's been stopping at the 786 an awful lot lately. Let me show you here. Let me show you right here, the extension from there to there. You see the 786, we came just past it, right between the 786 and the 1-to-1 extension. I was expecting another move up here, guys, and so I didn't get the best entry short here that I could have because I didn't like the action that we got. I was actually expecting another hit to the high, get to 1-to-1, didn't make it. It stopped right between the 786 and the 1-to-1. So I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to let that do that to me again. So it came down to the 786, right between the 786 and the 1-to-1. I said, I'm not letting Bitcoin do that to me again. So yeah, I went ahead and went long there. But if it comes back down to my position, I'm going to give it a little breathing room. See if it's going to go down to the 1-to-1 extension. But most likely, we're going to get bounces off these fib levels. Okay, it could come down here, and we're going to get a bounce, and it could come on down and continue. But generally, we get bounces off these fibs. So right, taking entries right at these fib levels here, guys, is really low risk entries. So that as we get those bounces, if you get the kind of bounce you're looking for, where it just keeps on rocking, you're like, yeah, I hit it right. So that's a very low risk, especially if you hit the bottom of that. But it's really hard for people. Guys in the group were not feeling very comfortable today. As price just kind of kept coming down. Somebody said, I'm just not feeling very comfortable taking a long right now. For me, when I see price coming down like that relentlessly, and it's landed on a fib, I'm like, ooh, that's pretty. Why? Because listen, that's a very low risk entry because I know there's going to be a bounce on that fib. I mean, that's why we bounced on the 618, boom, bounce. Came down to the 786, got a bounce. We come down to the 1-to-1 extension, we're going to get a bounce, right? So we're going to bounce off of these fibs for the most part. We generally bounce off of them. So they're good places to enter the market, going against the grain if you're looking for a reversal, because generally we get reversals around the fib extensions. Okay, algos are set to those fib extensions and whatnot. So anyway, so I went ahead and went long there, not getting the kind of price action I'd hope for and want to, but again, this could be this could be an impulse wave off the bottom. It's just not as powerful as I'd like to see. Could get a 3-wave move, and then we could get a bigger wave going. So that'd be all right. That wouldn't be so bad. So we'll have to wait and see what we're going to get out of here off of this. Are we going to get another low, or are we going to get a pump to the upside? Okay. I want to talk about strategy here and just how to be chill in the market here and what to do with this thing. And then we'll talk about the count here in just a minute. But at the end of the day, guys, you don't have to trade the first move off of a bounce, okay? If you're going short here, take your profit at key fib levels, 786, the 1-to-1 extension. Take your profit around there, even if it goes a little longer. You can go ahead and take your profit. Now you got to have a plan for the trade, and so that's all you got to decide. But trade your plan your trade, trade your plan. Take your profit, and you're waiting to go long, right? Because the price is coming down, waiting to go long. That's what you should be thinking right now. You shouldn't be selling right now. This is when we're buying. We don't sell on these downswings. We buy on these downswings. We sell on the upswings. Okay, you got to think backwards. You got to think differently. Okay, you got to train yourself. We buy on big red candles and we sell on big green candles. Okay, so that's what the market makers are doing. They're selling at the top and buying at the bottom. So we try to trade with them as well. Now you're not ever gonna hit the bottom and the top. You're just not gonna do it, right? You're not gonna nail the bottoms and the tops. So what you can do as a strategy for you is you just let the wave rebound. Okay, you let it hit and you let it rebound, and then you learn how to identify what kind of rebound you got. Okay, so in other words, let's zoom in just a little bit here. I actually have a 5-wave count for this structure, and I have a 3-wave count. It doesn't measure like a good 3-wave, so my bias right now is that this is actually a 5-wave move. Let me show you the 5-wave count for that move right here. Hold on, my son's hurt. Sorry about that. All right. something my wife can handle. It's not an emergency. So here's the count for this rebound wave. Now, if it begins with a 5-wave move, and I believe it does, right? Here's the first wave right here. Just trying to understand what kind of wave this is. The next major pivot came at the 2618. Okay, you might say that this is 1, 2. That's 3 right there. This is 4 and 5. You might say that. Okay, and there's a 5-wave impulse. You got a 3-wave pullback, and then you might say you got a 5-wave impulse after that, which is like a diagonal or something like that. Which I don't like it, but regardless of the count, you got to say do something with it, right? So then we'd pull the fibs on that and measure it, and it only comes to the 618. When I pull the fibs on something like that, when I think, okay, I got a finished 5 and then I got a 3, and then the extension of the next wave comes to the 618, my brain is saying, no, 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 that's not a finished 5. What that is actually a finished 3, okay? And I've shared this information before. So actually what this should be is 1, 2. This is your 3, this is your 4th wave, and then we have an ending diagonal 5th wave right there. There's the 5-wave impulse. It's started off a little bit more beautiful, ended a little bit weaker. Now, what do we get after that? Well, we're getting a 5-wave impulse off the top of that. So if this is 5 waves, what I'm expecting to see is a 3-wave move. Okay, I'm getting an impulse off of this, so I'm expecting. I want to see this 5. This is a 5-wave move that's happening. So I want to see that 5 waves complete. I'm not going to stress out because I'm going to get a 3-wave pullback. Okay, after that 5 waves, most likely I'm going to get a 3-wave pullback. I'm going to take my profit on my long from this bottom. I'm going to take my profit on this 3-wave pullback, even though didn't take my profit at the top of this wave. I missed it. That's okay. I'm just going to wait for this 3-wave pullback at the top of that wave. I'm going to take the profit, let price come on down. I'm not even going to short it. Let price come down and give me that 3-wave move. I might even short that because if this might continue down. Who knows? You never know. But anyway, so I'll decide what I want to do, what the waves look like once that happens. But then when price comes down the 3rd wave, I'm going to be measuring the extension of that, and I'm going to be targeting the 1-to-1 extension, guys. Okay, and that will give us, this is the way we trade Elliott wave, okay? Got a 5-wave move, looking for a 3-wave pullback. What comes next? What comes next after you get a 5-wave move and a 3-wave pullback? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone? You're going to get a 5-wave move to the upside, okay? And this is the way we think about it, okay? And I got a target because this corrective wave is going to measure to the 1-to-1 extension or the 127 extension. I have a feeling, guys, this is going to be a deep wave. Okay, if it's corrective and it comes down in 3 waves, it's going to be deep. It's going to retest this low. All right. Now, if it breaks this low, a couple things we know. This can't be a 1-2 if it breaks the low. The only thing it could be if it breaks the low in 3 waves, okay, and then it rebounds. The only thing you can have is a flat. Okay, now it starts with 5 waves, and that's problematic. Okay, that's problematic from Elliott. But I've got something. I'm going to make another video about the problems with purist Elliott wave. I've got a video idea I want to share with you guys. The problems with applying Elliott wave from a purist standpoint in the Bitcoin market and leveraged markets. I want to bring that video to you guys because you really need to see it. Okay, so anyway, I'm working on that video idea. So anyway. So we're waiting on this 3-wave pullback, and then we want to go. Then you can go long. So listen, you don't have to nail the bottom. You don't have to chase every dip here, dip and dive, trying to find the bottom. Wait for it. You can simply wait for this 5-wave move to happen. Once you get a 5-wave impulse, guys, and a 3-wave pullback that comes at least to 50% of that wave, at least 50% to 61% more likely. Okay, then you need 3 waves. You need 50 to 60% of that wave retrace, and then you can go long. Okay, as long as it's measuring right and counting right as a wave. So that's what I'm looking for. Now, if this thing continues to just come on down, okay, come on down and makes other lows, then I've got to interpret this as a 3-wave, even though it measures so shallow. I would have to go back and say that's got to be a 3-wave move. Okay, so we do the best we can interpreting these structures as they're being formed. Okay, we do the best we can, but you know, you're limited to just real-time markets, guys, and what they're doing, and the market makers don't play by rules. We're just using Elliott Wave principles to come up with a strategy and a technique and and a thought process that keeps us in a repetitious and predictable way to view the market, that just consistent as can be. And we have a trading strategy centered around wave structure and Fibonacci levels. Okay, and that's what I teach on my channel. That's what I show on my channel, and that's what I'm doing here with you right now. So I'm giving you these thought processes about Bitcoin, not from the moving average standpoint, though I use moving averages. I'm not even using support and resistance, though I use support and resistance. Those are important and key levels. I usually look for confluence between the fibs, the Fibonacci levels, and the support and resistance zones, structure zones I call them. Okay, but at the end of the day, I prioritize wave structure, okay, and Fibonacci levels. I want to see wave structure that comes to standard Fibonacci levels that I would expect to see for that wave structure. Okay, so for instance, part of what I've shared with you so far is that we got this long wave, and then we got a pullback, and then we got this short wave. And I said to you, looking at that wave structure like that, and then you can't just look at the wave structures. You got to know what you're looking at by looking at relationships between waves. And when I put that wave on there, and this thing came up to the 618, this is actually more in tune with a 5-wave move than it is a 3-wave move. Okay, meaning, and my thought processes are saying there's probably a 1-2 hidden down here, way low in the price action. If I went down to the 1-minute chart, I'd be able to see it. But then we got 3, a 4, and a 5, and that makes a lot of sense. One of the reasons I know that is because an Elliott wave, one of the ways we project the 5th wave is going to be, let me show you a 5-wave move here. One of the ways we project that 5th wave is we measure from the bottom of 1 to the top of 3, and then we project off of 4, and we're looking for the 5th wave to come up somewhere to the 618 extension of the 1 to 3. Okay, and so when I see a wave like this come to the 618 extension, I'm thinking, I probably got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in there. That's probably a 5-wave move that just finished. So I'm looking for a 3-wave pullback. So that's the way we think about it, and that's Fibonacci levels. I'm looking at the wave structure, I'm looking at the Fibonacci levels, and I'm making my best interpretation based upon what I see. And then I say, okay, if that's true, if that's a 5-wave move, then what I expect to happen next, I need to have a 3-wave pullback. Okay, now a 3-wave pullback is let's see, it looks like this. Guys, I'm doing a lot of teaching today. Some of you may not be here for the teaching, but that's one part of the things I value in this channel as well. So sorry I'm not spoon feeding you, but this is really, really important that you understand this. So if I'm looking for a 3-wave pullback, I want to see the 3 waves related to each other at the 1-to-1 extension or the 127 extension or something like that. Guys, I can go back and measure all of these 3 waves over here, and you're going to see over and over and over again the 1-to-1 extension. You see this 3-wave move right here? Let me show you. Come on. Let me show you. All right, we measure that guy. Wow. There's a guy on YouTube I've been watching lately. He goes, wow. It's so funny. So funny. Everybody's got their own thing. Mine is boom, boom, boom. I guess, wow. Crypto curvy. I got to do some crypto curvy stuff too. Anyway, you got a 3-wave move, comes with the 1-to-1 extension. Boom. Every time. Every time. If I go back here and look at this guy right here, this little 3-wave move right here. Come on. Boom, 127 extension, boom. Okay, we can just check these 3 waves over and over and over again. Let's look at this 3-wave on the 1 minute. 1-to-1 extension, boom. I got 3 waves, came to the 1-to-1 extension. So I got a structure that's 3 waves. I got a measurement that's 1-to-1 extension. Structure and fibs, structure and fibs, structure and fibs. I'm going to preach that all day long, guys. So a lot of you in my group, guys, you show me charts and you got wave counts, guys. I got to see those fibs. I got to see those fibs on your chart, because if I don't see the fibs, I don't know what structure you got. Okay, so what I'm looking for now, if I'm concluding in my thought processes that this is a 5-wave move, I'm looking for a 3-wave pullback. That is not going to break the low. I don't want it to break the low. Okay, that's a rule I want to see that. So in other words, I'm looking for now my expectation of what this part of the chart, the hard right edge that hasn't been formed. What am I looking for? I'm looking for a 3-wave move that measures to the 1-to-1 extension. Well, if I measure, well, I can show you. I got 3 waves right now. Boom, 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 right there, right? We got to ask the question. Even though we got 3 waves, we got to ask the question: do we have 3 waves that come to the 1-to-1 extension? So we're going to measure that. Man, this wave comes to the 2618 extension. That's more like an impulse wave. Okay, so this is acting like an impulse wave because it measures, the Fibonacci's are telling the tale. Even though I'm counting 3 waves there, the Fibonacci's are telling the tale, telling me what it is. It's an impulse wave. So I'm going 1, 2, this is probably 3. I'm going to get a 4th wave, and I'm going to get a 5th wave down. Now, it's a 5-wave move. Now, what's going to happen after a 5-wave move? Well, I'm ultimately, personally, looking for a 3-wave move. So that's going to be the 5-wave of a zigzag. I'm going to get a 3-wave pullback where I'm going to take my profit on my trade, okay? And then I'm going to see another 5-wave move to the downside that's going to come. If I measured all of that together, it's going to come to the 1-to-1 extension. So I'd go something like this. And and then I put my target box down here, and I'm waiting for price to come down in 3 waves to my target zone. Once price comes down in 3 waves in my target zone, everything looks complete and finished. Guys, I'm going to take a long. I'm going to take a long from there and be confident with it. And the beauty of that setup is if price continues to come down and break this low, then my setup is invalidated, and I'm going to cut that trade. Or I'm going to let it come back to my entry, and it really doesn't have all that long to come back to my entry before it continues down. And usually that's what I do. If price comes down, usually you're going to get a little bit of a bounce. It'll come back up to your entry or close to it, and then I get out, and then I might go short from there. Who knows? Well, it just depends on wave structure. So that's the way I'm thinking about this current wave right now. Okay, that's my analysis. That's the way I'm thinking about based upon wave structure, Fibonacci measurements. Okay, I have ignored you guys long enough. There are 57 of you watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the content. I hope this is helpful to you. And yeah, let's see what you guys are saying. What's up, guys? Hello from everybody who said hi. I'm not going to go back one by one, but hope. Thanks, John, for that kind comment. John Resquino. Let's see. Yeah, chemo, I'll get downtime whenever. I sleep when I'm dead, I'm supposed. But I won't be sleeping. I'll be with the Lord. So, what's the best U.S. exchange? I mean, Kraken's pretty much the only one in U.S. you can use. I think Coinbase Pro is just starting to use leverage, but Kraken's the only one with leverage. All right, let's see. Chemo's asking, looking at your screen earlier, can you look at the drop to 10.5 as a wave 4 and a leading diagonal, and now getting a 3-wave pullback? Just an idea. Yeah, I'll look at that in just a minute, bro. What's up, Octavian? How's it going, man? All right, Rev, I hope that was helpful to you. Peter, I hope that was helpful to you as well. What is the bullish target? 15,000 ghost. 14,000, 15,000. Once we get a wave heading that way, I'll give you guys a target. Good deal, Danny. That's awesome. Gustavo. Yes, I am bullish in the next 3 months. I am bullish tomorrow. Or the next day. You know, I'm bullish. I am not bearish right now. And guys, if you've been on this channel long enough to know, I'm a bear. I am a bear if there is a bear. I learned to trade in a bear market. I'm a bear. So, you know, Anyway, all right. So hopefully the lesson you learned today is wave structure and fibs. Understand that's my secret, guys. That's what I'm doing. And so yesterday when I said, "Hey, listen, we could be going up big time," it was because the wave structure to me did not. It was cryptic and it didn't look right, and it still doesn't look right. And that's why I want to make a video, guys. This is why I want to make a video about about Elliott wave purists. Okay, that wave right there breaks so many rules from Elliott wave. Okay, it just breaks a ton of rules from Elliott wave. I don't like it at all. In order to make this work from an Elliott wave standpoint, guys, you got to you got to jump through some hoops and really um, have some difficulty there. But if you just look at this from a structure standpoint, I got three waves. Those three waves measure close to the one-to-one extension. Okay, it's an easy three-wave move. Short that guy. Okay, short that guy all day long. So three-wave move, boom, short it. One-to-one extension didn't quite reach the one-to-one extension, but anyway, I'm going to bring that to a video another day. Okay, another day. But just looking at this three-wave move right here, it's easy to see those are short. You got a three-wave move right there. Came to the 786 again. You got to pay attention. Bitcoin's been playing around the 786 a lot, but there's a short there. Okay, so anyway, all right. So back to. So we're looking for a bottom. We're looking for when this thing is going to turn, if it's going to turn. You don't have to trade. You don't have to find the bottom, guys. Wait for the five-wave move, and then on a three-wave pullback, trade it. Okay? Trade it. For instance, in our trading group, this five-wave move happened. Once we got this three-wave pullback, guys, we longed this wave. We actually traded this wave to the upside, okay, and longed that, okay? And we were set up to short. I didn't short it from up here. I shorted it from here because I just didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. Anyway, but I mentioned that yesterday. Okay. Oh, excuse me. All right. Hey, welcome, Chadwin. Glad you made it by, man. Glad you made it. All right. So anyway, let's zoom back out now and just say, okay, what's going on? So this is the structure I'm looking for. Okay. I need this to be a five-wave move that's finished. Okay. So I'm going to measure this to be a five-wave move. It's finished. Guys, I want to just show you something. We just tagged the 618 extension. Now, we could come down feasibly and break it, play around it and continue back up. Okay, in other words, just because we tagged it doesn't mean it's finished. It could come down and hit it again more substantially and just wick through it or something like that. But we have hit the 618 extension as a five-wave move. In other words, I would count this as 1, 2, all that's 3, 4, and there's the fifth wave. And so this is a 5, a 3, and a 5 like that, even though it doesn't follow Elliott rules, and that's another reason why being an Elliott wave purist is dangerous in this market. I'll just talk to you. As my friend says, it's more about the shape than it is the wave count. It's more about the shape than the wave count. I've got a friend who has a trading channels called Trading Shapes. Check his channel out. He's been a mentor to me, and he's right to some degree. We disagree in some ways, but and he looks at it a little differently than I do. But regardless, we agree on that it's more about the shape and the Fibonacci levels than it is the exact wave count numbers. Okay. All right. So anyway, so we're looking for right now. We've hit the 786, which was my first target. Okay. I've got another target down here at the one-to-one extension, 10,850 in that ballpark. Are we going to come down and hit it? I can't tell you. I can't say, but I can say we have already kind of finished a very nice wave. I'd like to see reversal around here. I really would. But that's pie in the sky till it actually happens, right? Pie in the sky till it happens. But don't be afraid to wait for that 5-wave move, okay? And then get a 3-way pullback. I mean, look here. Back when this was coming down sharply here, right? What did you get off of that? You got this big rejection, a 5-wave move, and a 3-way pullback. There's your entry. Go long there. You had a second entry right there. Go long and hit that, okay? You don't have to hit this first wave trying to find the bottom. Even if you miss the bottom a little bit, you're only going to catch part of that wave, right? And chances are it's going to come back on you and you're going to still be in your position. Why go through all that unless you're planning on taking profit up here as a scalp? Why go through all that? Let that wave happen. Wait for this wave, that 3-way pullback. Measure it and then go, okay? I'm going to zoom in. I'm going to show you. Let me show you. Right here. I'm going to zoom in on that and show you what you do. Now, you could have, if you measured this, I mean, look at this. It's beautiful. Oh, come on. I got a 3-wave move right there. Came to the 1-to-1 extension. I'd go long down here. And then you got this move right here. It looks like a 3-wave, but it's not. Why is it not? Because remember what I told you. When you see these real long legs and you don't even see a little 1-wave down here, long, and then you get a 3-wave, and then you get this little short one. I will bet you that if I measure this right here, this is going to come to the 618 extension. Let me show you. Boom, boom, boom. Where did we? Oh, just short of the 618 extension. Just short. But that's a 5-wave structure, okay? Once that 5-wave structure is complete, you're looking for a 3-wave structure, okay? 3-wave structure. Boom, boom, boom. There's your 3 waves. Now this one came shallow, and that's a reason to go in down here because they do shenanigans in this market. So but that's a shallow correction. It's 3 waves, but it comes to the 618. I didn't like it very much. Okay, let me cancel this playback. Yes. My point is, if you wanted to hit this wave, you can wait, guys, for the 3-wave pullback. Actually, this was a 3-wave pullback. Let me show you the 3-wave pullback that you got right here. It's boom, boom, boom right there. See, this doesn't measure right. Should have told me it wasn't finished. This one measures right to the 127 extension. Beautiful. Right there. There's your 3-wave. So 5-wave, 3-wave, there's your long. So that's what you're looking for, guys. That's what you're looking for. So stop fretting. I know people in the trading group lost. They don't know what to do or whatever. Don't worry. Let this 5-wave finish. So we got a 5-wave move. What are we waiting on now? What are we waiting on? We're waiting for a 3-wave pullback. Looking for 3 waves. Off we go. Okay? That's what we're waiting on, guys. This is not a 3-wave. Just so you know. Not a 3-wave move. It's making a 5-wave. All right, Chemo. All right, Chemo asked me to... Thanks, Chemo. Appreciate it. Do I take USDT? Peter, I take pretty much any crypto. You can send it to a wallet I can give you, but Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, any of the majors, I take any crypto really because I can convert it. It ain't a big deal. So just send me an email um, to jimofalltrades7 at gmail.com if you want to ask me about the Telegram group and paying with crypto. Okay. All right. All right. So, Kimo, what did you ask me? I can't remember what it was. Okay. The drop from 10.5, the drop to 10.5, as the wave 4 and a leading diagonal, and now getting the a three-way pullback. Just an idea. Okay. Let me check it out. So what I've shared with you is my bias. This is the way I would look at it. I would not see this as a leading diagonal off of this. So this drop here is he's saying this is possibly wave 4. Then we got a leading diagonal here of the wave 5. It's too big, number one. That whole structure just too big, just to be a wave 1 of 5. Okay. And this three-wave pullback. So those are some reasons I would say nah. The proportionality isn't there. Okay, so that's my first problem with it. Second problem is it doesn't count like a leading diagonal. There isn't 5 waves there. There's only 3 waves there that I can see, and it's not shaped like a leading diagonal. You really have to do some manipulation. Remember, in the leading diagonal, one wave is usually the largest wave, but 3 cannot be the smallest wave. And the third wave here would have to be a small wave there. So no, I would reject that. I would not even consider it any longer. Personally, I would reject it. Even if you tried to give an argument, I would say nah. That's the way I feel about it. I'm not saying you're bad. I'm just because you give good ideas. I just don't like that idea in particular. So anyway, there you go. Yeah, let's see. So yeah, wrapping it up. The targets are still the same, 1-to-1 extension, and we've already hit the first target, 786. Are we going to get more? I don't know. So 10,850, 10,900 in that ballpark. That's the next target to the downside. I don't know if we get that or not. I don't think we get it. I think this looks complete to me. It looks nice and finished. It doesn't mean we can't get one more hit to the low. We might, but I don't think we're going to get down here. I could be wrong on that. Just because I don't think it doesn't mean it can't happen. I know it can happen. I know it's a possibility. I know it's a strong possibility. But if you ask me, do I think it's going to happen? I don't think so. I don't think so. But plenty of room in the RSI on the 4-hour to go on down. Plenty of room. So could it go on down? Yes, it could, guys. Does it have? I'm bullish right now. I'm looking for a move to the up. Let me say this for a minute. I'm looking for a move to the upside, guys. I really am. Does the market have to do that? No, Jim, you could be totally wrong. This might be a 5-wave move with a 3-wave pullback, 1-2 to the downside, guys. I mean that's what that could be. This could be a 1, a 2, and now we're gonna get this. Oh, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, that's what we could be getting, right? That's what we could get. I don't believe that. I don't think that. Could that happen? Yes, that could happen. It could totally happen. But if you ask my opinion, from a structure standpoint, I'm watching for this first. If we go lower, if we start getting down here to the 10,400, I'm going to start saying, nah. If we get to the 1-to-1 extension, I'm going to I don't want to see it go lower. I don't want to see it go lower than that 1-to-1, to be honest with you. If it goes lower than the 1-to-1, I'm going to say, guys, we're going short. We're going short long term. We're going to be longer short. I mean, we're going a lot shorter than that. So just understand that I'm presenting to you what I think. I could be wrong. and there are invalidation points. And I don't have time to explain every nuance of everything that could happen. I just don't have the energy either. And I don't have the energy for chart requests tonight. I've just been working outside in the heat. It's been humid as anything. I've been painting and laying floors, and I'm just tired. If you're part of the Telegram group and you have a chart request, you want me to look at something that I haven't shared, let me know in the Telegram, and I'll make sure I get that to you. But I can't do it on a live today. I can't take chart requests today. Okay. All right, guys. All right. There is my analysis. I'm personally in a Ripple trade right here, and watching this wave with care. This looks like a 5-wave move to the downside. I'm looking for a 3-wave pullback. But everything, I'd have to probably look at it. what a crappy formation. So yeah, sometimes it's hard to interpret here. This could be a 3-wave move right here. The way I would interpret this, just to say, I got 1, 2. Looks like that 2 breaks the. Oh, look at that. There's your 3-wave pullback. Love it. Love it. 5-wave move. 3-wave pullback. Gonna get another 5-wave move. There's where we go long. This structure right here isn't as clear as a 5-wave move, though. It looks more like a 3-wave move on Ripple. But I can't tell for sure. I can't tell. Anyway. All right, guys. There's a live stream. Whoa. Oh, Brentley White. Thanks, man. Thanks for that tip. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. Octavian, let me cover that in another video. Would that be all right? That's a good question. Good question. So let me cover that in another video. All right, guys, y'all have a fantastic day. Thanks for stopping by. Brentley, thanks for that kind gift. Unnecessary, man. You're part of my trading group, dude. You have a monthly subscription for that stuff. So thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. All right, y'all have a fantastic day. Hope that analysis is helpful, and just that teaching and just how to think about the market from an Elliott wave, how to trade it from an Elliott wave standpoint, and hopefully give some pointers that might benefit you in the future. All right, we'll talk to you.